Coolidge Park is the place to be this weekend for your chance to see some world-class champions put a smile on your face. The champions aren't people, well, maybe in a way, kind of, but they're dogs. We are so happy this morning to have Jeff Perry on the show. He's with Hyperflight. Good to see you.
Great to be with you.
I love this event. You call it Skyhoundz?
Yeah, Skyhoundz is the name of the competition series. It's the Skyhoundz World Canine Disc Championship Series, and we've been in Chattanooga for the past 10 years.
I stumbled upon you years ago. I was at Coolidge Park with my girls, and we just began to see these crowds gathered, and we would then hear, you know, some cheering, and there you were with these amazing dogs and their very dedicated owners who've trained them so well. So what are we going to see?
Oh, you're going to see top teams from around the world. They'll be coming in from China, Japan, South America, all points of the compass. And you'll see teams that are fast as lightning, phenomenal jumpers, amazing tricks. You'll see all sorts of varied events. We have a youth competition for young people. We have pairs freestyle, which is 2 humans and 1 dog. And then we have a sport division and the crowd favorite, the open division freestyle.
What is that?
Well, freestyle is 90 seconds, 5 discs, 1 person going out there with a dog and doing whatever kind of tricks they can imagine. You'll have dogs vaulting off of people. You'll have dogs doing back flips, front flips, anything you can imagine that you can do with your dog, you'll see.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but part of the charm of this and the enjoyment of it is that it's not just one type of dog. In a way, these look like what could be your dog. They're lean, they're very fit, and they've been trained well, but there's not just one breed of dog that you're going to see.
That's true. Well, you'll see small dogs, you'll see large dogs, you'll see mutts, you'll see purebreds, you'll see retrievers, you'll see dogs you can't quite even identify, but the only commonality between them all is that they love the sport. You can't make a dog do this. Dogs love it so much, they just want to do it.
So how, if you have a dog, as you mentioned to me, I could come again this weekend and bring my dog to watch and enjoy. How do you get started, and should you begin when they're little tiny, or can you teach an older dog some of these tricks?
You can start at any age. Puppies love to bite things and grab things, so you can start by playing tug of war with your dog with the disc. You can roll the disc on the ground and let the dog chase after it. And of course, anytime the dog runs toward the disc or pays attention to the disc or grabs the disc, you just come in with lots of praise. And pretty soon the dogs understand that, hey, they can please you through this sport, and that's what they want to do most.
So you brought a couple of props with you. Are these
Yes.
the discs that they're going to be using on the weekend?
Yes, these are the actual competition discs. This is the Hyperflight competition standard, which is the gold standard for discs in the sport. But the thing that Hyperflight has done, which is so great, is they'll let you use just about any Hyperflight disc that you want, and they make them they make puncture resistant discs, they make small dog disc, large dog disc. So you have many choices of the type of disc that you can use in the sport.
If you are wanting, I mean, obviously this is for the weekend, but you can buy these discs on a regular basis, right?
Sure.
So you do want to use something like this because dogs are going to bite and chew, and you want it to be safe for them.
That's right. And Hyperflight discs, and you can get those through hyperflight.com, are designed specifically for dogs. They're made of safe, pet-approved polymers. They're very difficult to damage, especially our Jaws version, which is the toughest version. So,
when we're watching this weekend, and it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's no cost to you, you just go down to Coolidge Park, enjoy, and there they'll be. But what should we be watching for? Like, are the trainers or the owners connecting with the dog via eye contact? Is it a sound? What is it?
well, mostly you'll see verbal commands, but the top teams will have a combination of hand signals and verbal commands that they'll give to the dog. The teams have practiced their routines so many times, the dog knows what's coming next most of the time, and that's why the top teams will look so professional. Mm-hmm. And you'll see teams that are kind of newer at the sport or maybe not as good as the top teams, but it's instantly apparent to you which teams are in the money for a world championship title.
So there's one title, or is it like the Olympics, first, second, and third place?
I'm sure there are second and third place trophies. You'll see our big trophy table, and there'll be dozens and dozens of trophies on that table, and we award first through third in each of the 5 divisions. So there's youth, micro dog, sport, open, and pairs freestyle.
And you mentioned how the dog has to want to do this, but the dogs love they love it, right? And they
They
love
do.
that connection with their owner.
They do. I mean, it's phenomenal when you think about it. There's really not any other animal on earth that does something for just the pure love of it like dogs do. And a sport like this is everything they want. They want to run, they want to jump, and they want to catch things with their mouth.
Do they love it when the applause happens? Do they feed off of that too?
They do, absolutely. I think both the human and the canine are energized by, a crowd that loves seeing what they're doing.
And did dogs have kind of their own longevity factor here, where at some point they kind of age out of the sport? Are most of these going to be fairly young dogs?
Well, not really, because the thing about the sport is these dogs stay at such a high level of fitness all their lives that you'll oftentimes see them playing at 11, 12, even 13 years of age.
Really?
I mean, the owners may turn back the level of
Sure.
the sport. They'll maybe stop doing the vaults or things that will get the dog too high in the air. But as long as the dog loves doing it, I mean, why stop?
Is there kind of some protocol we should know when we come to watch this weekend? I mean, you don't want to go up and try to pet these dogs without the owner's permission, right?
Well, I mean, that's a good practice anyway if you want to keep all of your fingers with any dog. But yeah, these dogs are all friendly and they're accustomed to being around people. And if you ask the owner and the owner says yes, go for it.
And people are coming in from all over the world.
All over the world.
And you mentioned that right now you're doing something at Camp Jordan. You want to mention that super fast?
Sure, yeah. Folks want a preview of what's going to happen this weekend at Coolidge Park. They can go to Camp Jordan, where we're having our Disc Dogathon Championship, which is kind of like a mini world championship of little custom events that are designed for people that may not succeed in the other main Skyhoundz Canine Disc World Championship.
Have you ever had a dog that's done this?
I had the 1989 world champion, pit bull mix, adopted from an animal shelter. His name was Gilbert.
Really? And you trained him?
I did.
And he was the world champion in
was.
1989, and you adopted him from the animal shelter.
Yes.
Wow, that's a fantastic. Do you have a dog now?
I do, but she is not a disc dog player, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, she's a good pet, and we love her for that too.
And I think that's part of the point here is that not all dogs want to do this. So the dogs that you're going to see this weekend have chosen it is their sport of choice more than going just to grab the morning paper for somebody.
That's right.
Good to see you, Jeff.
Nice
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
We'll see you at Coolidge Park this weekend. It's called the Skyhoundz Classic. The admission is free. Coolidge Park is the place to be. And then for right now, if you want to go out to Camp Jordan and catch what's going on over there, you can do that as well. You can learn more at skyhoundz.com.